嗨，大家好，我是新泽西和滨州的地产经纪 Melody。那么这周呢，我把就是和我一直合作的一个资深的房屋检查师请来啊，就是做了一个这种像采访，就是请教了他一些，比如说在我们购买房屋的过程当中有哪一些大大小小的问题啊是需要注意的，然后他们在房屋检查的时候呢，会检查一些什么样的一些问题啊，那么甚至呢，比如说有的房子可能它出现什么样的一些迹象或者问题的话呢，这个房子是最好不要买的哈。那么因为这个视频呢相对比较长一点，所以我会把它切成一段一段，那么大家可以根据就是这个上面的标题去收看里面相关的内容就可以了。那么大家如果有比如说在买房卖房啊，或者是投资一些问题或者是相关需要，可以随时联系我。OK， 那么我们现在进入这个视频。
Yeah, so first, could you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, my name is Bob Raquel. I'm a licensed home inspector. And I've been licensed in New Jersey since 2016. And I also currently have a Florida's a home inspector's license, and I had that from 2015.
Okay, so you have been an inspector basically for New Jersey for about 8 years.
Correct.
Okay, that's awesome. All right, so I just have like a couple questions that are listed that are prepared. If we can think of anything else, we can always get into that as well. So the first one is what are the big items that buyers should pay attention to during the inspection?
Well, it kind of depends. If you're a first-time home buyer and you really are kind of nervous of the whole process, it's really important that you kind of follow the lead of what the inspector asks you. I know, like I myself, when I have a client like that, I talk to them before I start and I ask them, are you a first-time home buyer? And when they say yes, so then I kind of do it's not that I do a more detailed inspection, but I take more emphasis on trying to explain anything that they're not familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
And then based on that, I can kind of see where they are in the home buying process and in home ownership. Because basically the last thing that they want to do is to buy a house, move in, and then have a big item have to be repaired or replaced.
Right. So what is considered big items? And from my kind of not expert experience, I know for example roof, right? And then I always tell my buyer a roof, the mold in a basement, of course cracks from outside, potential foundation problems, and also the leakage maybe from the basement. These are the ones that are into the attention. So what do you think?
Yeah, well, on the outside, roof is very important because that is your main defense of water coming into the house. And as a longtime homeowner, I know that your biggest enemy in home ownership is moisture infiltration into the house. And whether it's the roof or through the foundation, that's number one. So based on that, I look at the roof, I look at siding, I look at also the sloping of the landscaping around the house, because you do not want water coming and infiltrating in through your foundation and into your basement. Cracks in your basement, that's important too.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the drainage of the landscape. And then also other big items are like your electrical, your HVAC, which is your heating, your ventilation, and your air conditioning. And basically, I look at the house in the beginning on the outside, and I look at how it just sits, whether it's nice, up and down, it's square, is there any leaning anywhere? And that will kind of tell me if I need to look at more of a structural issue than not. And those are really the big items.
Okay, right. So basically like the moisture, right?
Yes.
Foundation problem and the roof.
Right. And if there's a problem with the foundation, it could probably happen because of water moisture infiltration.